because I know you're an issue-based person. Recently, people started, proposing different solutions to many problems in Nigeria. Some said, well, we should break the country at this time. Others said, no, Buhari has justified that we should break or do anything, but then we can still work things around. Let's start with what your proposition is. Struggle for liberation. Armed struggle is getting there somehow.
Well, the thing about struggle in any capacity is that there must be organization. If there's going to be there will be an organization. If there's going to be true liberation that is based on the general principles of better living, human rights, and also an advancement of our own personal situations in life. The Americans call it the pursuit of happiness. But this is not basically what we are after here. So I will not say the pursuit of happiness, but the pursuit of balance. What is wrong in Nigeria today is not the fact that African people cannot coexist under any kind of banner. I mean, we are united under Christianity and Islam, for Christ's sake. So why can't we be united under a nation for our own benefit? We are united under numerous foreign ideologies that actually cause detriment and harm to us. I mean, no African today is saying Nigeria should pull out of United Nations. None of these people say Nigeria should break up and say Nigeria should leave IMF. None of people are saying Nigeria should leave World Bank. In fact, we are happy when they come and put mouth on our matter. But we find it difficult to coexist with other Africans, without even giving our brothers and sisters the benefit of the doubt to do some research to understand what is really happening. So for me, Nigeria is about breaking up. There are only two tribes in Nigeria: the haves and the have-nots. So what is going to be the situation in the broken up Oduduwa land, for example? Who are going to be the power brokers? Even when people are saying they do want to have election, they should do so in the space that we decide not to have election. Does APC stay in power while we decide, or there's the power vacuum and everybody is just anarchy and everybody is doing what they want? The issue is many people think that I don't support anarchy because, as some ANC members called me, I'm a coward. But the truth is that I'm even more prepared for anarchy than many Nigerians. But at the same time, I love Nigerians enough to not want to mortgage their lives unnecessarily for what might not even give us what we say we want, because we are not organized enough in the thought process of anarchy to make it result to anything positive. You understand? So for me, that's why I concentrate more on organization and letting the people see those things that we have more in common against our general enemies. Because everything I kind of hear is distracting us from who our main enemies are that are holding us back in this country. What is even more painful is that men like Femi Fani-Kayode, men like Jonathan Goodluck, men like Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, on both sides, men like Buhari, men like Oshibanjo, due to this unnecessary discussion we are having, are now bringing their voices to the fore of liberation of African people, or progress for African people, or freedom for African, or what African. I mean, is ridiculous the position we place ourselves as motherland people. We allow this kind of people come back into the conversation. When federal government says they are banning Bitcoin, suddenly Nigerians are acting as if Bitcoin is our problem. So I feel these kind of things distract us. So now it's not just things so you can come and buy the youths by coming and say, we need Bitcoin. How many Africans can truly afford Bitcoin? The personal can never be the political. So if you start Bitcoin business and it's affecting you, it is not really the fact that they liberate Bitcoin that will bring schools for our poor people, or healthcare, or good roads, or food, shelter, and being able to be employed, to even have clean environments. These are things that we need that will benefit us. That Bitcoin or whatever our oppressors control, does not change it. So it's not only about Nigeria breaking up. The oppressors are adept at putting out a lot of divisive and self-serving rhetoric, self-serving narrative. Then they pay their agents to loud these narratives, to capture national imagination, and so people tend to forget about our own issues. I want to face these fabricated issues.
It brings me to the question of method. While many activists will say let us continue to take placards, the more we engage, the more we weaken these power holds of the oppressors. But recently, it turns out that many Nigerians began to find tonic with the use of native protective chants to confront the oppressors, especially because anytime you come out with placard, police comes forward with bullets, take you in their and a lot of people are tired of it. They felt like, okay, let's go back to our native method. I know you have something to say about it.
Well, all I can say about it, at least I'm happy that African people are what I'm looking for. African people are beginning to believe again that African spiritual system has a role to play in our liberation in whatever capacity. It's even trying to see Christians that support Sunday Igboho. It is good that at least for some people Nigerians are willing to go to hell. Are willing to embrace our Africa. I'm happy about that. So for me, it doesn't matter. For at least we are now looking that way. We have realized that Jesus Christ and Muhammad cannot do this.
Lastly, I come to Lagos. The NURTWRTAN crisis, which is now spiraling effect on commuters, commercial passengers. And what does this portend by your own assessment? Do you think it is meaning that many commercial drivers are coming home to see that their oppression and their oppressors can be fought?
Well, I think this is a manifestation generally of the new era. This is not our own doing. I think the ancestors also have mandated that this is the generation of liberation. The last time I was here was for an NLC event where one NLC member was adamant that no mass movement can start in Nigeria without NLC. That for that all of us must kowtow to what NLC wants. We must fall in line to what less than a month later. In fact, less than 2 weeks later, the whole country erupted without NLC, putting NLC in a position of relative obscurity. As they have betrayed the people, they must be in obscurity. So what is happening between is a manifestation of that all these organizations that the elites have co-opted to serve their interests while deceiving the people that they serve the interests of the masses, those veils are falling off. So in this organization, the members are standing up to the leadership. Just the way the people of this country are standing up to the leadership of this country. This is out of anybody's doing. Is a general awakening. There's a collective consciousness that exists among us Nigerian people that we tend to ignore due to the advice of our influencers, be it our religious priests, our favorite celebrities, or the movies we like to watch and things like that make us feel like our suffering is not important. Our situation is not important. What is happening to our brothers and sisters is not important. That the pursuit of material gains, the pursuit of gratifications is what our existence is all about. Diminishing our capacity to be true humans. And as time is going, we Nigerian people are coming to the collective realization also that these narratives are lies. And this is what is bringing about this different struggle in our society. Be farmers and herders who are on one side, who are actually oppressors. We can't afford their meat, we can't afford their food. Bringing their situation to our front and say, blah, blah. All these are things put in place by our oppressors to distract us, and then the people are fighting back in different ways. Where we are making mistakes, we are making mistakes. Where we are doing it right, we are doing it right. But the spirit has been awakened, and that is what matters. We cannot really say, I want to. What we can decipher is that is genuine and that which is not. We will not start with those that are not genuine, that are trying to lead the people down the path of destruction. But it's not that there is genuine intention from the people by themselves in the grassroots. And that is what we must tap into. There are definitely numerous ways and numerous methods that we're going to use to liberate ourselves. From political to economic, social, even individuals need to liberate themselves because of the conditioning.
Yes, I have one last question for you concerning the recent kidnapping. going on in Nigeria. The federal government.
Which one? The one that police kidnappers or the one that
No, the one that
bandit kidnappers?
Kidnappers.
Okay, because what I'm surprised is that police have been kidnapping Nigerians for decades. All you media people are quiet. Now suddenly private citizens want to make money too. You are all complaining. You know, is it because these ones don't work for your guys? I don't understand. Because if we are going to discuss kidnapping in Nigeria, the number one kidnappers of Nigerian people is Nigerian police. If we look at kidnapping for what it is, that you are walking on the streets, armed men in a vehicle parked near you, abduct you at gunpoint, put you in their car, drag you somewhere, your family have to come and pay money before you are free. That is kidnap. You know, so if we want to get to the bottom of the kidnap, those that have been kidnapping Nigerian people for decades must tell us who they've taught this new system, who are carrying out their duties for them. You know, that is where the situation of kidnapping is. You know, I don't think I've traveled the highways of Nigeria. Can't go 10 meters without seeing police. They're everywhere, stopping us, searching. How are they moving these kidnap people all over the place in cars, in buses, anything? Nobody's kidnappers are entering towns and nobody is seeing them. You know, we have to understand that these are all agents of the state. You know, only the state officials, the government officials, in fact, the entirety of the government of Nigeria itself is the number one enemy of the Nigerian people. So anything that is happening adversely to the Nigerian people, we must immediately, collectively, even without evidence, point finger at government officials, politicians, because they are the ones. They're the ones. I mean, nobody is more. Nobody benefits more from hurting Nigerian people than the Nigerian elites. You know, it is how they make their money. Their progress, their success is tied directly to the oppression and exploitation of Nigerian people. So